interesting runner here, Regent Stroll. High-class hurdler with a very high rating. A couple of Paul Nicholls horses, Captain Bellamy and Gold Castle, have not run well here at all today, so it's a little concerning. I like No Questions Asked here. This time last year was getting beat at Doncaster with odds on, but he's a point winner. He won at Hereford. I liked his run at Ascot last time. It looks interesting to me. And they're looking for doubles, aren't they? Pauling and Jones. He's just one of the best turned out as well, isn't he, in this race? Sean Bowen rides Kingston Pride for Ollie Murphy. King of Kingsfield, the Irish raider here. Gordon Elliott looking for a double after that very impressive winner in the previous race. And Crest of Fortune. He's got some good form as well over hurdles. Kingston Pride is a grey. He's a point and bumper winner who won twice over hurdles for Nicky Henderson last year, Kingston Pride. And Wendigo, very interesting. Got beat up by Wade Out at Worcester. Wade Out came out and won there at Cheltenham, so that form looks okay now. But, yeah, I'll go No Questions Asked in this race. Ben Jones, Ben Pauling, but it's a tricky one. Thank you, Philip. Yeah, runners coming out then for our Grade 2. Coral John Francome, Novices Steeplechase. Honouring the greatest jockey, John Francome. And great to hear John as well, still very active around the tracks, and what a jockey he was. Right, 9-4 joint favourites, Regent Stroll and Wendigo. No Questions Asked for Ben Pauling and Ben Jones, looking for doubles, 9-2. The distance here, 2 miles 4 furlong and 47 yards. And we've got 6 runners to 2 places each way, 16 fences they'll jump, starting just before the cross fence and jumping those 5 fences, then the water, and then a full circuit. So Regent Stroll's going to wear that red hood to the start. It's coming out in the colours of Messrs Ferguson, Mason, Hales, Hogarth and Vogt for Paul Nicholls and Harry Cobden. White with the blue epaulets, the red spots, the blue cap. Already on the track is Kingston Pride for Ollie Murphy and Sean Bowen. Colours of Barbara Hester and Diana Waitley, the pink with the red chevrons. On their way down. King of Kingsfield, the Jigginstown House stud colours for Gordon Elliott and Danny Gilligan. Gordon looking for a double, maroon and white. No Questions Asked is in the dark blue, green spots, orange cap for Ben Pauling and Ben Jones, the colours of Newton LGP Limited. No Questions Asked. Crest of Fortunes in dark blue with pink spots and cap for Crest Racing. Anthony Honeyball, Sam Twiston Davies. And Wendigo for the RC Syndicate. The dark blue with the gold armlets, the quartered cap. Gavin Sheehan for Jamie Snowden. 9-4 joint favourites. Regent Stroll and Wendigo. 9-2 No Questions Asked. 5-1 Kingston Pride. 8-1 Crest of Fortune. 22-1 King of Kingsfield. They're going down for this Grade 2. So Wendigo looked well on the way down, didn't he? I thought he looked decent. Extra yardage here to remember, 2 mile 4 furlong or 47 yards. So runners nearing the start, waiting for Wendigo to get down there. 2.5 miles plus 47 yards now, the extra distance for the Coral John Francome Novices Steeplechase. Two to one now, Regent Stroll. First time over fences, first time out. Runners are at the post. Kingston Pride has already won a beginner's chase at Perth. Runners are at the start there. King of Kingsfield, the most experienced of these over fences in the maroon and whites, but he's the outsider. Any final bets for race 4? So they're coming out to the racecourse now. Regent Stroll, very strong at the top of the market here for Paul Nicholls. Starter has her flag raised to the skies. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, looks a really strong renewal, doesn't it, this race? So they're walking in over there at the side of the course. 16 to take, just over 2.5 miles now, and they're off and racing for the Coral John Francome Novices Chase, this Grade 2, and Regent Stroll, the well-backed favourite, the first to show. Short run to the first, with King of Kingsfield over in second. On the inside is Wendigo in the dark blue and yellow colours, racing ahead of Crest of Fortune, the dark blue and pink. On the outside of No Questions Asked in the orange cap for Ben Jones, and the back marker is the grey Kingston Pride under Sean Bowen. And Regent Stroll has gone off in front pretty enthusiastically here. He's taking a bit of a grip for Harry Cobden. He's raced into a clear advantage. It's very early stage, but maybe just over racing as they head towards the first fence in the home straight. Number 2. He stood off that as well, Regent Stroll. A good jump. Wendigo slightly dived over it in second. King of Kingsfield, the most experienced of these over fences, lands in third. Wider out Crest of Fortune. Then No Questions Asked. And again, he really stood off at his fences. He's got a spring in him, this horse, hasn't he? Regent Stroll. Very good hurdler. He's taking a fierce grip here on the run towards the next fence. Number 4. And over it safely. Harry Cobden's looked behind, but the horse is really fighting for his head here. Regent Stroll. Blue cap for Harry Cobden in front by about 10 lengths as they head towards the fence. That will be the last next time around. Number 5 this time. He skips over it. He leads about 10 lengths to Crest of Fortune, Wendigo, King of Kingsfield. And then comes No Questions Asked, and the grey at the back, Kingston Pride, who's already won his beginner's chase. Sean Bowen at the back of the field. The water jump for the only time then. Let's see how Regent Stroll handles this. Right in front of the stands. He was immaculate. Clear by 9 lengths to King of Kingsfield. Crest of Fortune on the outside. Wendigo is towards the inside. And a gap to No Questions Asked, who's been ridden quite patiently. 1 from 1 he is over fences already. And the back marker is the grey Kingston Pride and Sean Bowen in the pink colours. As they make the run then towards the back straight. And Regent Stroll out in front. But he is using up plenty of energy in the early part of the race. King of Kingsfield's now a clear second. Wendigo just backs off them on the inside in third. They jump the first and the far side. Crest of Fortune wider out from No Questions Asked. And then At the back, Kingston Pride. Regent Stroll heads towards the next fence. Again, he was very good over the fence. He lands about maybe 6 lengths ahead, maybe not so far clear as he was. Just at the back of the field, Kingston Pride just chased along briefly. Heading towards the next, the middle one up the far side, number 9, Regent Stroll. Maybe about 6 or 7 lengths ahead of King of Kingsfield. Wendigo with a noseband on the inside. Then the orange cap, no questions asked. The pink cap, Crest of Fortune, is very wide. And then Kingston Pride. At the next, Regent Stroll. Maybe trying to get some sort of breather in Harry Cobden if he can. But the horse has been very keen early. Wendigo, runner-up at Worcester, is on the inside for Gavin Sheehan. Racing in third is King of Kingsfield for Gordon Elliott, maroon and white colours. Then no questions asked, who jumped that well on the inside. And then Crest of Fortune, slight mistake by Kingston Pride at the back of the field. Now they're preparing to turn left-handed towards their starting point. They've got still 5 left to jump. So Regent Stroll, this classy hurdler, out in front by 3 lengths. So on the inside, Wendigo. To his outside, King of Kingsfield, the top weight. Then comes No Questions Asked as they head towards the cross fence, 5 from home in the Coral John Francome Novices steeplechase. The back 2, Crest of Fortune, and the ridden along, Kingston Pride, the grey. 5 from home, Regent Stroll. Again, very good over that fence, as he was on the first circuit. Wendigo in second. No Questions Asked is still moving well for Ben Jones into third. Then comes Crest of Fortune. And then King of Kingsfield, who was a little bit untidy. And they're clear of Kingston Pride. Turning for home, then they've got these 4 left to jump in the home straight. Still Regent Stroll. What's he got left for the finish? Wendigo just nudged along to get up his inside. Moving nicely is No Questions Asked, the orange cap. And now Regent Stroll has got challengers either side. Over 4 from home. 4th place, Crest of Fortune, slightly awkward, gets ridden along. And then King of Kingsfield under pressure, Kingston Pride. The final ditch is 3 from home. Regent Stroll has now been headed by on the far side Wendigo. And the stand side, the strong travelling No Questions Asked, who's come there full of running for Ben Jones. And No Questions Asked has now got to the front. So Wendigo in second. Here's the second last. Spring heeled, No Questions Asked. What a jump there at 2 out. He takes a length out of Wendigo's under pressure. Not today for Regent Stroll, who's gone out like a light as they head towards the final fence. It is No Questions Asked with Wendigo trying to battle back to the far side. Here's the final fence. Wendigo was better that time and he lands in front. No Questions Asked was slightly awkward. Regent Stroll back in third and then Crest of Fortune up the run in. Wendigo driven out by Gavin Sheehan is clear now by 2 lengths to in second place No Questions Asked, who can't get him back, and Wendigo wins the Coral John Francome Novices chase for Gavin Sheehan and Jamie Snowden. Second, No Questions Asked, who ran so well for so long. Third, Regent Stroll, who did keep on quite well to be fair, and fourth was Crest of Fortune.